Hey guys, Pentatonix are the kings and queens of Christmas music, and at this point they've covered just about every Christmas song there is. So what better way to get into the holiday spirit than argue about which one's the best? Today I'm breaking down my top 10 Pentatonix Christmas songs.
Why don't we come together for this Christmas sing-along?
For top 10 lists like this, number 10 is always my hardest because it determines which ones don't make the list at all. Pentatonix have covered so many songs that absolutely deserve to be on this list. But if I'm being honest, I'm definitely biased towards their originals. Despite all their tried and true classics, the Christmas sing-along is just a fun time that I always come back to. All the songs on this list are going to show off their voices and creativity as both artists and performers, but there's something about this song that just keeps me locked in, even if I can't put a name to it. Despite all the commercialization, Christmas at its core stems from a religious holiday. And the way Pentatonix put an energized spin into otherwise ancient hymns is part of the reason they're so beloved. "O Come All Ye Faithful" is arguably the best example of this. If you've been to a Christmas Eve church service, you've almost certainly sang this song with a whole room of strangers and friends. But Pentatonix mixes things up, bringing a much more energetic modern tone while still evoking the same memories and nostalgia. They're always so good at their layering of voices, but the way their voices come together at the end and seem to echo makes you feel like you're part of a modern chamber choir.
Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting, tingling too. Come on, it's love.
Of all the classic Christmas songs, I think Sleigh Ride lends itself best to the tempo shift that Pentatonix loves. Their version is just over 2 minutes long, which would feel really short for most other songs, but the beauty of Sleigh Ride as a song is it can handle any tempo. Slow it down and focus on the words, and it's a melancholy love song about taking in the views of the holidays. But pick up the pace, and it's an ode to taking advantage of this limited time we have together. I'm not sure if I should credit the song for its universality, or Pentatonix for recognizing and showing it off, but either way, it certainly deserves a spot in this list.
No more lives torn apart.
As I get older, Grown Up Christmas List has become one of my favorite Christmas songs. But as much as I would love World Peace or A Cure to World Hunger underneath the Christmas tree, the specific examples have nothing to do with my love for the song. To me, the song is more about how the meaning of Christmas changes as you grow up. Similar to Faith Hill's Where Are You Christmas and another pick much higher in this list, it's a reflection on how powerful Christmas can be, even when you're no longer a child. So this is one of my favorite songs and definitely my go-to version. There are just so many great Pentatonix songs, I can't justify putting it any higher. It says a lot that Carol of the Bells doesn't even break my top 5, because this is easily one of Pentatonix's most famous songs. And I would argue, of all the songs on this list, it does the best job showing off their vocal percussion. Little Drummer Boy is a beatboxing masterpiece, but Carol of the Bells is much more impressive as a shared effort. The lyrics don't start until 30 seconds in, but in that time, we get to hear all 5 members contribute to the instrumentation. And that's really what makes Pentatonix special to me. Kevin's beatboxing is unreal, but the fact that they all contribute to the vocals and the instrumentation is what really brings their music to life. Hallelujah isn't always my go-to, but that's actually because the song is almost too good. The song starts off relatively minimal, especially compared to other Pentatonix songs. Just Scott singing with light humming melodies in the background. But as the others come in, it builds and builds. They come in with vocal percussion and melodies, and each verse just gets bigger and bigger, ultimately leading into a false climax, a drop into the last verse, and crescendoing into a final chorus that I can only describe as the closest thing to divine. Like I said, the only reason this isn't higher in the list is because I'm afraid to listen too much and lessen the effect. Although I'm clearly in the minority, because it's been streamed nearly 1 billion times on YouTube alone.
Come, they told me,
I mentioned this earlier, but Little Drummer Boy is Kevin's beatboxing masterpiece. Performing a song defined by its drum beat is a tall task for any a cappella group, but not only do they pull it off, I would argue this is the best cover of the song I've ever heard. Kevin's beatboxing brings all the percussion they need, while still giving him unique precision that lets him steal the show. But he can also be softer, allowing other vocalists to shine not just with him, but because of him. It's no secret that Kevin's beatboxing is one of the defining features of the Pentatonix sound. This song shows it off so well.
Mary, did you know that your baby boy?
I know it's technically a cover, but the song is an iconic Pentatonix Christmas staple for me. It's a bit slower than a lot of their pop radio-friendly discography, diving into the religious side of Christmas. The song is about asking Mary, Jesus' mother, if she recognizes the importance of the child she just gave birth to. Whatever your religious affiliation or perspective on the story of Jesus, I think this portrayal of Mary's story is fascinating. It's easy to forget that in the story, Mary's still a teenager as she gives birth to the literal human manifestation of God, which I think gives her a really interesting perspective, and I appreciate that this song has become such a success.
May your heart be evergreen every December.
It was super hard not to put this as my number 1 song for the list. At least based on listens since it came out, this is my favorite Christmas song full stop. I mentioned it in last year's Christmas video, and I stand by it as one of my favorites. Like Grown Up Christmas Lists, it's about how the meaning of Christmas changes as we grow older, which is a theme I really resonate with. But it also combines the impressive vocal performances of the entire group plus Meghan Trainor with an infectious beat that's impossible not to dance along with. The only problem I have with it is the collaboration makes it a great pop Christmas song rather than a great Pentatonix song.
I've got this Christmas song in my heart.
If If you've been keeping track, this one shouldn't be a surprise. That's Christmas to Me is the title track to one of their most popular albums and a fan favorite in its own right. Most of these songs have been covers, but That's Christmas to Me feels like a song created by and for Pentatonix. Like with Mary Did You Know from the same album, it's much slower, letting their voices and harmonies steal the show, as they sing about their own traditions and what Christmas means to each of them. Hearing their harmonies open up with The Fireplace is Burning Bright just brings me right back to those memories. Sitting by the fire as a kid, opening presents, surrounded by family.
The fireplace is burning bright, shining all on me.
Because as much as I love the fun and dancing and hustle and bustle of the holidays, it's those slow moments that feel like Christmas to me. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your favorite picks in the comments below. I'll throw a playlist of my picks on screen now, and I'll include a bonus honorable mention if you go and check it out. I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a safe and happy holiday season.
Christmas do